So I just wanted to address negative energy and negative entities, negative attacks on the twin flame journey. So how I wanted to approach this topic was specifically around the twin flame concept. So if you are someone that has stumbled upon the twin flame concept and it highly resonates with your soul, then you are being guided to follow along that path and to learn as much as you can and follow the information that's being presented to you to expand your consciousness and to expand your knowledge. What happens when we're on the twin flame journey is that we also hop onto the spiritual ascension path because we're learning similar lessons and we're coming into a lot more experiences and channelings of where it is we come from. And that's why a lot of the information is resonating with us about star systems, being earth angels, being star seeds, light workers, and twin flames fall into that category as well because we're given the responsibility of changing love dynamics on this planet. So whenever you come into information on YouTube where you have readers sharing about the twin flame journey, and then you'll find months or years later they stop sharing about the twin flame journey, or they detach away from the concept and start creating the idea that it's just a label, or they move on to soul connections, or they try basically explaining the twin flame connection in a way that soothes their soul, or their soul tries to make sense of it in a way that doesn't hurt. But when you come across the twin flame journey and it deeply resonates with the experience that you're going through, and you're able to empower yourself in a way where you're not letting other people into your vibration to shift your inner knowing, then I feel like we move into a space where we don't judge other people on the spiritual journey, regardless of the labels that they choose to abide by or resonate deeply within their soul. And it's funny that this topic comes up because when you are viewing a lot of the twin flame videos or information, you can come across readers who are very judgmental in terms of the choices that we make as human beings to love. And I think that stems from a place of some of us stumbling upon the twin flame journey. And then in that moment, our souls are not able to really hack a lot of the journey. We're just not able to hack it. It's not for the faint of heart. You might hear that a lot of the times when twin flame readers will come out and share that experience. And it's why they keep pushing forward on the journey. I feel like when we self-empower ourselves so much to the point that we don't need any kind of validation, or we are not threatened by the ideas and beliefs of anybody else, then we really start to enjoy the journey from a place of self-acceptance and creation. And that really brings me to manifestation on the journey. I want to talk about negative energies and manifesting. So when we put our thoughts into negative energy, I want us to not be so intimidated by the idea of negative energy being something that is dark, or that we need to look over our shoulder, feel unprotected, feel harmed in any way. Negative entities, energy attacks is simply just a way of expressing any type of energy that makes you feel out of alignment with joy and happiness. So that's what negative energy basically is. Any feeling that makes us move into a space of second guessing our truth. And we're human, and it's natural that we can experience the good and the bad, but that's only because we do not know what the good feels like without feeling the bad. The way my guides show it to me, or it has been explained, or I've thought about it for a long time, is that Earth is one big playground. And we souls come here on this planet as a way of expanding our gifts, our abilities in a vehicle that's limited. So we are great creators and manifestors in other cosmos and other universes, because once this body goes, once it dies, the soul goes back and travels on and finds out what other lessons it wants to learn. And souls that choose to come to Earth are very strong souls because of the simple fact of the suffering here, the array of questions that we all as humans have, especially questioning whether there's a God or not. That's how limited the body is, and that's how chained it is to the physical aspects of this realm. So what happens when you start spiritually ascending is you experience a lot of the darkness that holds you here, because it goes against what the body is showing you. When we experience the lower energies, it's basically a challenge of the physical body and the senses. So once you start challenging that, you start experiencing higher dimensions, and that's actually where other entities exist. So once you start spiritually ascending, you start using your intuition, your clairaudience, your claircognizance, your dreaming to get to know life and to where you really come from. And that's why we get channeling or information on all of these different spiritual topics that we've never been exposed to. And it starts making sense and it starts resonating to a lot of us. It's because we're remembering. So when we go through that path, I just want all of us to know that we are safe. And when we meditate and we ground ourselves, we can actually tune into a higher power that we have that protects us against the negativity on this journey. So I want to explain to you guys a little bit about negativity so that we can maybe change our perception on it a little bit, instead of it being this spooky kind of scary thing. It's just using the power that you already have within you from the many millions of lifetimes that you've lived in the cosmos. It's about remembering that power within you and that you're here on Earth to master that again. So you're really just breaking through ego and breaking through the fact that you're bound to this body. The first card I have is Archangel Michael, says that you're safe. I'm protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. So what we bring into our thinking is actually what ends up manifesting for us. So when you begin to use your higher senses and your intuition, you start understanding manifesting is about thinking. When we watch TV a lot, we tune into repetitive messages, and that's what affirmations are all about. So if you tune out TV and sometimes even the YouTube videos, and you spend time manifesting your desires about what you want to make you happy, start by doing this even if it's just 5 minutes a day. You can actually start creating your experiences in life. So let me give you guys an example. So if you are stuck in traffic, let's say, and there's a lot of cars, it's late, you're dying to get home, you could sit there and really put a lot more negativity into that situation and make yourself feel a lot worse by dwelling on the same things that you see and experience around you with your current senses. Or you can choose to create a new reality. And I know that that sounds bizarre to some of us, but lower energies is actually what makes you feel tired, angry, frustrated. Anything that takes from that lighthearted energy of feeling happy is actually lower energy. So it's nothing spooky or anything to be afraid of. It's just about overcoming that and understanding that you can shift your focus in that moment. So what I would like you all to do is, the next time you're in traffic and you're really getting irritated by it, turn on the radio, turn it up, and literally manifest your energy moving that traffic forward. And don't be afraid to call in your guides for help. The universe is our playground. And when we send our energy out, the universe is constantly sending it back to us. So when we manifest that traffic moving and we call in assistance from the higher realms, everything that supports us and loves us, and we see that traffic moving, we see ourselves getting home, we're now thinking about the things that we actually want, right? When I'm stuck in traffic, I start thinking about it moving. I start picturing pulling into my favorite coffee shop, grabbing myself a nice coffee on the way home, relaxing. So I don't really give into the frustrated energies of not being able to get home. I actually just manifest the thought of getting home. And before I know it, things start moving. It's not easy, and it does take practice, just like any other skill, but it is worth it in terms of shifting your energy and moving away from that dark space. Once you start small, like with the traffic example, then you start moving to other areas of your life. Love, career, your purpose of what it is you see yourself doing to attract abundance into your life. I want to move on to the next card that says, Archangel Azrael, I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. A lot of us are starting to move out of these ideas that we're stuck in the lives that we see in front of us that's not making us happy. So many of us are wanting the vision but can't seem to hold it because we're letting the doubt creep in, and doubt is another dark negative energy. Let your angels comfort you and move your vibration into a space of being open to receiving. You're supported, and we're very strong souls. We would not have come to earth if we weren't. We all have that power within us to manifest whatever it is we desire in our lives. Just know that you can feel at ease. You wouldn't be on such a difficult mission if there wasn't something extremely powerful about your soul. And a lot of you can feel it. A lot of you can sense that something big is on the way. And that's what ends up happening as soon as you step on the twin flame journey, because you can sense it's a lot more than just this person. You can feel a lot of your life shifting in many different areas. Archangel Ariel here says, spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So move past this idea that negative energy is around you, out to get you. Someone is doing spell work on you. Guys, we're so protected just by our presence alone. You know, I had not used a lot of spiritual tools in the past. And my brother and my sister would actually always recommend all these different crystals and the Tibetan bowls and Hertz music. And I just couldn't feel connected to it no matter how much I tried. And one day I had asked myself why, and I thought, you know, a lot of these spiritual tools that we use are really there to enhance the power that we already have. And I feel that for a lot of us, we need to hear that our first form of protection is us putting up our shields. We put up our shields all around us. Shields. We put up those shields all around us. We use our intention to think, and whatever that may mean for you. I will share with you a tip that I use. I will often go outside in the grass and plant my feet firmly into the ground, and I will picture the core of the earth. You know, I often like to think of it as Mother Earth's heartbeat, and I imagine her flooding me from the core of the earth upwards. It's just moving upwards to meet my feet at the top. And I picture this pink surge of energy running through my entire body. And that is my shield that lets me know that I'm protected here on this playground of hers, because I'm in the human body. And once you can hold that vibration of feeling that you're protected, no matter if you forgot your crystal at home or if you forgot to rub your, essential oil spray on you before you went out and then you come home feeling sick, because of that, because you didn't have your protection with you, let's shift that vibration to understand that if you feel a negative attack on you while you're out in public, you can use visualization. Picture someone sticking a dart onto you, and then you using your own energetic force field to remove that dart. And then what I always say is, universe, I'm feeling negative energy right now. I ask that you remove it from me and please send it back to where it came from, or dissolve it. So that way you put it out into the universe, and then you let the universe extend that energy, based on that intention of where it came from. The universe takes care of it. So use your own energetic force fields to push and force negative energies away from you. Use your hands to lift the energy away from your body. That's what visualization is all about. That's how commercials work, guys. That's how they convince us to go buy a Big Mac or to go buy, a soda. It's commercials. It's repetitive in our heads. That's why we have to move away from programming that conditions us without a lot of our subconscious mind saying yes to it. And then we have to create based on our own conscious mind. So that's what meditating is for, right? When you sit there in meditation and you have a problem sitting in silence, you can sit there and repeat phrases over and over and over and over and over again that will benefit your life and your desires, your wants, your needs. I will share an affirmation that is one of my favorites to use before bed. Every cell in my body is healthy, abundant, and full of life. Every cell in my body is healthy, abundant, and full of life. And I keep repeating that same phrase over and over and over again. So it shuts out any mind chatter about any kind of anxiety or any kind of possible stories or timelines I may be creating for myself from a space of negativity. And I use my good intention because I understand that I am safe and I create and I am protected. So I use my mind to constantly talk over and over and over again about the things that I desire and I want for myself in my life. And I don't feel guilty about it. I love myself enough to know that it is my divine birthright to be happy. Okay, I hope this message finds you all well. I love you and I will speak to you soon.